Hey guys, this is Rachel, the Harcourts Foundation Ambassador for South Australia. If you are listening to this video, unfortunately it's because I've succumbed to a tragic case of woman flu, and I prefer you don't hear me sniffling and coughing all over the stage. So this quarter I wanted to give you a more in-depth look at some of the great work that the Foundation is doing and can do. I think a great way of doing that would be to actually give you a behind-the-scenes look at the really quality grant applications that came in this quarter. So our first application was from the Friends of the Women and Children's Hospital Foundation. So they operate the 2 cafes that are on site at the Women's and Children's Hospital. Those are not for profit, so all of the coffees and gifts and cakes and sandwiches and little things that they sell there go directly into a fund where they're able to purchase equipment for the hospital that they wouldn't otherwise be able to afford. They have asked for $8,503 in order to purchase a new sandwich fridge for their shop because their current sandwich fridge is rusted through. Our second grant application was from Food Bank SA. They have asked for $5,000 and that would fund the cultural needs program for feeding homeless and hungry people for a full 6 months in South Australia. So what that would do is it would fund a full 6 months of their cultural needs program. As you can imagine, a lot of the people using their services are very high risk, refugees, people from different cultural backgrounds, people in minority groups. Over 30% of those are children, and sometimes the staples that the food bank are able to provide don't fit in with their cultural and dietary requirements. So this would enable us to fund a full 6 months of sort of catering to their needs a little better. Our third application is from Nature Foundation SA. They have also asked for $5,000, and that would enable us to send 15 at-risk youth on a 5-day camp in the outback with high levels of mentoring, ecology, teaching them about belonging to a society, belonging to an environment, and reducing their risk of offence rates. Our fourth grant is from Playgroup SA. They have also asked for $5,000. They would use this money for their outdoor play decking. At the moment it's roped off and it's broken and unusable. So $5,000 would completely fund a new outdoor play area for that group. The reason this is really important is Playgroup SA is actually the only location where really vulnerable and unwell children, so children from Ronald McDonald House, recently adopted children, children from Harcourts SA. This is one of the only places that those children can go to have a social and interactive play experience because the environment is kept deliberately sterile and maintained at a very high standard. So this would enable roughly 50 to 60 families of high-risk children to actually get out and experience playing with other children. And our final grant request for this quarter was for Second Chances SA. They've asked for $7,000. Second Chances SA deal with children of current prisoners. So what their grant would fund would be a weekend camp for 9 to 11-year-old children who have one or both parents currently incarcerated. They provide mentoring camps with 1 mentor per 2 children, and they really encourage them to think about their own future, that let them know that they're important and help them reduce their risk of reoffending. If 2% of people that participate in this camp don't end up in prison, the camp actually pays for itself. So at the moment, the cost of having 1 juvenile person in detention or in prison is $200,000 per year. Each grant round, we review our grants that come in and then we assess them against the amount of money that we have available to give out. Looking at the 5 grant applications from this round, I think they're all pretty quality and you can agree that they would make a big difference in people's lives. If you add up the total amount of money that has been requested for this grant round, it comes to $30,503. Bear in mind this is only for 1 quarter. Currently in our foundation kitty available to distribute, we have $10,496. So what that means is of those 5 grants that you just heard, at best we can fund 2 of them. Currently we have 9 of our officers donating off the tops from every sale, and I thank you sincerely for that contribution. The other way that you can be involved, which is really easily, is by choosing to donate a monthly amount of your salary or your pay into the foundation. If everyone in the room tonight donated $10 per month, we would have raised an extra $4,700 this quarter, and we would be able to give out 3 grants instead of 2. So it can make a really big difference to the people's lives that are asking for our help. So in the center of your tables tonight, you will see some pens and paper there. Those are the foundation forms. If you choose to, please take a few moments to fill it out and become involved in the foundation on a monthly basis. It would mean a lot to me, but it would mean even more to the people whose lives you would help us to change. Thanks, guys.